Hey yogis! As some of you might know, I travel a lot. Lately, I've actually been in the car quite a lot, and I've noticed what a toll this has been taking on my body. So this is a practice for those of you who have been doing a lot of driving, maybe you're on a road trip, maybe you commute a lot for work, and just to really release the body, especially the lower back, the hips, and the shoulders from long drives. We're gonna go ahead and start on the back. So draw your knees into your chest and just start to rock from side to side, really gently, massaging the spine sideways. Take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Again, big breath in through the nose. Exhale. One last time. Release. Start to circle the knees in one direction. Again, letting yourself rock onto the back and onto the back of the hips as you do this. Just really letting go of any tension there, letting everything drop out of the shoulders. And then slowly switch directions. Hug the left knee in close, extend the right leg out in front of you, and make it active, so actively press the heel away from the body. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, try to bring the thigh closer to the belly, and you might start to feel a lot of feedback here in this hip flexor if it's very tight. So what I try to do is imagine as I inhale, I'm making lots of space here, and as I exhale, it's relaxing down away from my body, and I find that really helps to just release a tight sartorius, a tight hip flexor muscle. Keep this active, pressing the heel out away from the body. And start to engage the bandhas, pulling up Mula Bandha, the shelf between our legs, zipping up Uddiyana Bandha, and lengthening the back of the neck, Jalandhara Bandha. From here, take a big breath in, stretch the left leg up to the sky, interlace your fingers behind the thigh. Activate the foot. Actively press the heel up towards the sky and the toes towards your nose. In this way, you'll start to feel not just a stretch down the back of the hamstring, but you'll also feel a stretch happening in your calf and maybe even in your Achilles. Relax the face, relax the shoulders. Take a big breath in. And now as you exhale, keeping two hips on the ground, start to draw the left leg over to the side. Only draw the left leg over as much as you can keep right and left hip on the ground. And then once you're at the peak of that sideways movement, that lateral extension, bring the toes of the left foot towards your right shoulder. Now, some of you might feel this on the inside or the outside of your hamstring, or you might feel this in the lower back on the left side. It depends where you're holding tension. Find your breath. Find the prana moving up and down the central energetic line of your body. And now bend the left knee. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee and slowly start to draw the knee over to the right side. Now I'm not taking a full twist here, so I'm going to look in the direction of the knee. Left hand can stay on the left hip, it could stay on the lower back, just starting to really gently release here into the lower back, keeping it super delicate, super gentle, super mindful. If it feels good for you now, you can take the left arm and extend it up and onto the ground. Tent the fingertips, activate the wrist, draw the left shoulder down and into the body. Getting a beautiful stretch in the side body. On your next exhale, extend the left leg out. So now we're in a scissor position and activate both your legs. From here, take an inhale, draw up through pelvic floor, keep zipping in and up through the belly. And as you exhale, circle the arm around, now twisting from lower, mid, upper back, and finally the head will look over the left shoulder, planting the left palm on the ground in a full supine twist. I find personally, after a lot of travel and after a long car ride, I often have pent-up energy that I want to expend. However, my body is a little bit too stiff to move into a full flow. So I like to start with some gentle stretching and then find more movement. From here, slowly turn the head back to the right side, bend the right knee, draw the two knees into the chest, readjust your back on the ground, take a big inhale, and then exhale, open the knees wide. So we're making a happy baby position with the legs, and you can even rock a little bit from side to side. Again, just stretching into the hip flexors. Now we're starting to open up the groins, the adductors, just making it really easy. Bring two knees together again, and this time kick your left leg out onto the ground. Draw the right knee into the belly. Again, imagine it softening into you. Flex the left heel away from the body, activating the legs, stretching out calf, Achilles. And then on your exhales, try to roll the shoulders down and into the ground underneath you. Keep zipping up the low belly. And now stretch the right leg up to the sky. Interlace the fingers underneath or behind the thigh. Activate the foot. Press the heel up towards the sky. As you engage your bandhas, you'll notice your shoulders will have the ability to relax more. Your middle and lower backs will press further into the ground. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, draw the leg over to the side, only as much as you can keep two hips on the ground. And then once you reach that peak, pull the leg a little bit closer towards left shoulder. Bend the right knee now. Left hand goes to the outside of the right knee. Right hand goes where it feels natural and comfortable. Keep looking over your left shoulder and take a really delicate, gentle twist. Pay attention here to the lower belly, making sure to zip it in and up. This will help protect your back in this twist. Especially when stiff, we want to be very mindful in our twists, making sure to keep the back safe. Engaging our bandhas will help us find the muscular engagement around the spine to help keep us really safe in those twisting movements. Extend your right arm up overhead now if it feels good. Stretching out sides of the body. Stretching out the erectors, that's the back muscles there. Pretty deep back muscles that run along the length of the spine on either sides. And now stretch the right leg out. Activate both legs. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, start to twist from the lower, middle, upper back. Turn the head, right palm plants on the ground. From here, gently release. Roll back onto the right side. And then keep rolling around and come into child's pose. Let's keep the legs super wide here. Big toes touch if possible. Forehead on the mat. Let's make it more of an active child's pose. So open the palms really wide. Tent your fingertips. Shoulders will draw down, armpits down and in. And then press into the mat, engaging the forearms up off the mat. If it feels good for you now, you can press your chin to the mat. If this is too much for you, you can bring one ear to the mat. If you have an ear on the mat, switch sides, bring the other ear to the mat. If you have chin on the mat, just stay where you are. Let's all gently start to lift the head up. Keeping the arms engaged, walk the hands back a little bit. Come up onto the knees, and now draw the knees underneath the hips. Look behind you, feet straight back behind you, toenails on the ground. Moving into Anahatasana, open heart pose or extended puppy pose. So shelf between our legs, Mula Bandha is engaged, belly lock is zipped up, and then slowly start to walk your hands forward, rolling the shoulders down and in, and bring the chest to the mat, keeping the hips stacked over the knees. You might have to shift around here to find that position. If it doesn't feel good to have your chin on the mat, you can just keep the forehead on the mat. 2 more breaths. Inhale, slowly come up. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders, moving into threading the needle now. Take the left arm, thread it through the space between the wrist and the knee on the right side. Palm is up. This might be enough for you, but if you want more, start to bring the right hand up and over the left side and start to crawl your fingers across your mat on the diagonal. I personally love how open this makes my shoulders. Gently release. Bringing the right hand underneath the right shoulder, pressing back up into tabletop, and exhale, switch sides. Now, recently I've been getting really into audiobooks and podcasts, and I have to tell you that rather than listen to a favorite playlist when I'm on a long drive, I turn to inspirational books and inspirational podcasts. Things I've always wanted to learn or things that make me feel excited into action. In this way, I don't feel like I've wasted time in the car. I feel like when I arrive somewhere, I'm smarter and more informed. So highly recommend it. Rather than, listen to music or sing alongs in the car, there's obviously a time and a place for that. But maybe start to find those books you've always wanted to read. Explore those topics you always wanted to learn more about. Slowly come out of this pose. We'll make our way into some cat and cows, so readjust if you need to. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And just move. Move with your breath. And just notice that now we've done some preliminary stretches, how much more open the body might feel. And you can do traditional cat and cow, but if you want to sway around or turn or wag your tail, you can do that. Do whatever you need to do that feels good, feels right. It feels like it's relieving some tension and some pressure from that long drive. Walk your hands away from the body now. Big breath in. Exhale, first downward dog of the practice. Keep the knees super bent. Pedal out the feet, walking your dog, one heel to the ground at a time. Now here's a stretch that I really love to release my lower back, especially after a long drive. Open your feet wide, they're gonna come off the mat, and then press your chest between your legs. It's a very wide-legged downward dog. And I also sometimes like to wag my tail here or alternately bend the knees. So I want to invite you to alternately bend your knees, swaying hips from side to side. And we'll make this movement a little bigger now. Bring it into the shoulders. Bring it into the head with your breath, into the whole body. It's totally okay to be off your mat sometimes. And now move into Skandasana. So coming onto the left side, bend into the left knee. You can lift toes up towards the sky or not. Activating your right leg, so really pushing it into the ground. Whatever's touching the ground, push it into the ground, suck energy up the right thigh. And then from here, I'm going to bring my left shoulder to the inside of my left leg, plant the hand on the ground, and take a big sideways stretch. Feels so good. If you have the mobility, start to turn, open your chest towards the sky, plug the right shoulder in to the body and look up. Big breath in. Exhale, switch sides. So start to cross the hand, right shoulder to the inside of the right leg, and take it up into a nice twist. Big breath in. Exhale, come back into that wide downward dog and start to come into your regular dog. Inhale, roll into plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, roll into plank. Drop the knees, toes on the ground. Chaturanga. Let's take a little baby cobra. So bringing elbows to the ground, plant the palms, extend the toes behind you. Thighs are firm, so the thighs are lifting off the mat. And then press the pubic bone into the mat. Roll the shoulders down your back and press your chest forward. You can look forward or gently tilt the head up. Lots of space in the back of the neck. Shoulders are very far away from the ears. Big breath in. Exhale, find your way back into downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step the right foot between the two hands and drop the left knee down. Inhale, hands will come to the right thigh. Lift the chest up. Exhale, come to a half Hanuman, half splits. Inhale, bend the knee. This time lift the arms up. Exhale, take it into a half split. One last time, inhale. Exhale, hands down, tuck toes under, stretch your heel back. Take a big breath in. Exhale, twist. Big breath in. As you exhale now, bring two hands to the inside of the right foot. Start to draw the right foot to the side of your mat, turning your toes diagonally away from you. Come into lizard pose. If you have the flexibility, you're welcome to put your elbows on the ground here. It's up to you how you're feeling. Remember that, again, your vinyasa practice is gonna be different whether you've been on the car for 4 hours or if you've been hanging out, running along a tropical beach and your body's warm. Practice to how you're feeling now and today, not to how you want to be feeling. It's about where we are and where we're at. Stay present. Big breath in. Draw the knee down. And now circle the right arm up over into the inside of the right thigh. Activate the right foot by coming onto the razor edge of the foot, flexing it, and turn your shoulder back. If you want more, bend the back knee. That'll stretch out the thigh. If you want more, hold onto the back foot. If you have the back foot, kick into your hand, roll the shoulder back, look up. Again, be where you are now and today. And that might be different from where you were yesterday, and it will be different, certainly, than where you're going to be tomorrow. Gently release. Come into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Drop your knees. Slowly come down to the mat. Elbows will come where the wrists just were. Roll the shoulders back, firm the thighs, press toenails into the ground, pubic bone presses into the ground. Look forward with the chest. Breathe. And gently release, come through the knees, downward facing dog. Big breath in, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step the left foot between the two hands. Bring the left knee down. Hands will come to the front thigh. Inhale deeply. And exhale, sit on the back heel. Press the front heel forward into a half split. This time, inhale, reach the arms up, find some movement. Exhale, half split. Again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, half split. Last time, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down, extend your back leg, plant the right arm, twist. Bring the left arm all the way over the left ear. Left shoulder draws down and in. Big breath in. As you exhale, two hands to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe your left foot out to the side. Coming into lizard pose, drop down to your elbows or your forearms, or stay here. Do what feels good, do what feels right for you here, now, and today. Drop the back knee, tugging toes under, circle the left arm up and over into the inside of the left thigh. Now roll onto the knife edge of your left foot, flex the toes, activate the leg. Stay here, or if you want more, bend your right knee. If you want more than that, reach for it. And if you find your foot, kick back, roll the shoulders back, look up. Gently release. Make your way back into downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet forward. Bend your knees, come into a squat. And if squatting is not comfortable for you, you can take a big squat. And close your eyes. And just take a moment to honor the drive. Honor the roads that take us to our loved ones. Honor the roads that take us on adventures. Honor the drives that take us to where we want to go. Honor the drives that take us to new horizons, new explorations, new expansions. And when you're ready, release yourself from this yogi squat, stand up, and be on your way. Namaste.